Hey y'all, welcome back. This is episode 3. This is the Dim Sum Club where we eat dim sum while talking about nerdy things like TV, movies, anime, and all things pop culture at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Today, you got me, Tiff,
I'm Wendy. Jackie.
and we're going to talk about a pretty big thing, I think, right now, which is K-pop Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters.
A big thing
for
for
all time.
This is just going to be an easy episode for all three of us.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're
this will
obsessed.
be 4 hours long. Dial
Get
in,
ready.
guys.
Really, we could talk for 4 hours, but we won't do that to
The
you guys,
runtime
but we
of this
could.
podcast will go up, up, up.
Yeah, let's consolidate.
Sorry.
Have you been waiting on that joke?
No, I just thought of it.
Okay,
No.
are you sure?
I
Because that
did.
was so
She said that right.
I'm sitting here. I spilled my
good.
chrysanthemum tea all over myself,
no.
and I was like, "Let me clean this up." And I was like,
But she still made a good joke.
This is so good, though.
Have you not had it before?
I've never had the boxed one. I love chrysanthemum
This
tea,
is
though. It's
literally
like my
like
dim
a
sum
so-
go-to, yeah.
"This is so."
This is like the Asian kids version of a Capri Sun.
I think it truly, right?
Yes.
The Capri Sun. Oh, man,
but
that's
not
so
as
funny.
sugary.
But this is good, yeah. It's still a little sugary, but I'm like,
They have ones that have less sweetness.
do they? I was gonna say, but
the
I was
honey
like,
one is like
This is too much. I bought it by accident once. Never again. I didn't read the label. I was just
Which
like,
one?
no. It's the same box, but
Yeah.
it has a little bit more green on it, and it says with honey.
Yeah.
oh, and
So it's this
really
sweetness plus
sweet.
honey. Yes, it's this sweetness plus honey. It's too much.
Yeah, it's
What
That's
happened to the
insane.
not too sweet mantra?
they have like the 50% sweetness
I need to
one,
get
right?
that one.
They have like a less sweet version.
I should
Okay,
get, I should
question.
buy
When you
that.
go to boba,
Oh, no.
what's your sweetness level?
I think it depends on the place I go to.
Yes.
Okay.
Because some places are sugary than others,
Mhm.
but for most, I think I do 50.
I do.
The
you go, you go, you go.
silent pause.
50? No, 50's
50's fine.
My boyfriend does 50.
Okay.
Yeah.
You?
0.
No sweet. My
You're
mother
raw
would love
dogging?
you.
I don't know what's wrong with me. It's like I even 30%.
She's raw dogging
makes me sick.
boba.
Yeah, I'm not gonna like this is like
She's like,
hurt
too
my
much.
stomach as soon as I drink it. I'm gonna mix it with my tea though, but I'm like 0.
Whoa.
You know, I love that for
Is
you.
that weird?
No.
No?
No.
You guys are so judging me. You're like, no. I'm like, okay. I bet Wendy's 30%.
I range anywhere from 30 to 75.
Okay, so it just depends.
That's like the whole...
depends.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
It
Wendy.
depends on the place. It depends on the place. And it depends on my mood too.
Okay.
Like
That's
sometimes
true, too.
for like a black tea, sometimes I like it the sweetness at I never like it at the 100. I'll have a 75, but then sometimes I'm like, especially if it's a hot day,
I was just about to say
I
that
can't
too.
do the sugar. Then I'll drop it to like 30.
I think even sometimes if I get a hot drink, the
Mhm.
sweetness level will be different for me too.
Wait, so
yeah.
hot drink you like sweeter or not?
I feel like for a hot one, I don't want it as sweet.
Yeah.
See, I rarely get ice drinks, and so I think that's why I like it unsweetened a lot because
Yeah.
it's like I don't know, it's like a little stew or soup or something for me.
I mean, tea is basically leaf soup, so.
Pretty much, yeah. Anyway, we
All right.
digress.
All right.
K-pop
On to
Demon Hunters.
K-pop Demon Hunters, I would say global phenomenon.
Mhm.
in
I don't even know
animation.
where to start. That's a movie all around.
I'll ask this. When did you guys first hear about it? I'm gonna go Jackie first.
Oh my
'cause
God,
she has
okay.
a whole long history about this.
Okay,
Really?
so
Yeah.
I got invited to the red carpet,
Oh.
and I was like,
At the premiere screening, right?
I
I went to that one.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
did
it
you?
was
Tessa.
just they had like the
Mhm.
background. It was like in the Tadam Theater,
Mhm.
right?
Oh,
Okay,
That's so cool.
so that's the I believe me, like now I know, right? But you guys are gonna like literally gasp at this. I almost didn't go because I was like, oh, it's like a kid movie. You know, I was like,
Jackie.
yeah, I literally almost didn't
You
go.
love animation. I can't believe you just said that.
Dude, I was stressed and pressed. I was like
Oh.
doing so much stuff at the time. And so I was like, I thought it was just like gonna be like a kid movie, right?
Yeah.
Like no hate on kid movies, you know what I mean? But like typically they're fine, but they're like not gonna change your life, right?
Dang.
But I decided at the
Foreshadowing.
last second, yeah, right, foreshadowing. So, but then I was like, you know what? It's an API movie. I got to go out and support. So that was like for me, like what made me go was
Yeah.
literally because it was an API movie. But it
That's
like
crazy.
I was like, I was kind of like not really wanting to go, but then I was like, I got to go and support. So I went in support. We should talk about this a little bit later, but I remember clearly I was at the red carpet and this tall, gorgeous woman walks in, and I was like, who the
she
f- is
Was
that?
that EJ?
And she and I made eye contact, and she just like looked at me and then like looked at the ground and like walked away. That has to be one of the most beautiful women I've ever seen in my life. And I'm like looking around, I'm like, who is she? Is she like the voice? You know, because they don't put the cast up there, you know. And mind you, at that point, we didn't know who EJ was. We didn't know who Mei Hong was. We didn't know who Arden Cho was. What's the name of the Zoe's voice actor? It's escaping me.
Oh, Ji Young?
Yep, Ji Young. We didn't know Audrey Nuna or Ray Ami. Were they there? Yeah, they were there.
I'm fighting myself
because you
right
knew,
now.
You knew Ray already, right?
But I'll get into it. Yeah.
My friend's a huge Audrey Nuna.
Yes,
really?
yes.
Like,
she's been doing music forever.
Oh wow. See, so I didn't know any of them, but I remember clear as day when I saw EJ, and I was like, this woman has like an incredible, like, it's just like we go to red carpets all the time. When like a star steps in, it is, you know, you hear about this in podcasts and stuff like that. There is a vibe change. Like you literally like,
the aura is off the charts.
Yeah, the aura is off the charts. And I remember when I met EJ, I didn't meet her. We like just like were walking next to each other. But I was like, there was an aura change with this girl. So I was like, who is she? You know, but I didn't know.
Yeah.
So then like I go and watch the movie. Cry pretty much the entire time. Like I told them earlier, like I think I started crying like immediately, like minutes in. And then literally I think I cried so much and laughed and was like on the edge of my seat, you know? And I was sitting next to a producer and I could tell they were kind of
was
like-
it Michelle?
No, it wasn't Michelle. It was two guys.
Okay.
I don't even remember their names, to be honest. And like, they didn't care who I was. They're like, you're some annoying content creator, right? And,
no.
but I turned to them at the end and I was like, that is like the best movie I've ever seen. And they're like, oh, thank you. Okay. And I'm like, no, like
you don't understand.
You don't understand.
I want to know who they are now because
Yeah.
the way this movie is making its way to the Oscars.
Yes.
Like,
yeah.
crazy.
But I literally like was like, you don't understand. And I am a very emotional person. So I think they were just like, this is a very emotional girl, you know? But I was like, no, like this is genius, dude. Like, I'm like, this is like one of the best movies I've ever seen. And they were just like, that's so cute. Thank you. Thank you. And I was like, okay.
You're
You know
not
what I mean? Like, I was
understanding.
just like, I don't think, like, I'm trying to tell y'all, like, this is like literally one of the best animated movies I've seen in my entire life.
Yeah.
And so I, after that, was like telling all my friends, I started making content about it. And I was like, we need to make a movement here, you know? But it wasn't
It made
because
its own
of,
movement.
It wasn't because of me. It was because literally everyone who touched this movie had the exact same reaction and was like, I need to make content about this. I need to push the needle, you know, or like get the momentum going here. And that's what I think is like so amazing about this movie is it like literally overcame all odds. It connected us like community. Like it made us move things. Like the audience moved this movie. We were the ones who like got the attention it deserved, you know? Not to hate, like obviously Sony and Netflix did their marketing and stuff, but like it really was like a grassroots effort with K-pop Demon Hunters. It's like, I'm sure you'll hear from them, like their reaction to the story, but like we all saw this and was like, this needs to be special. We're going to make it special, you know?
Yeah.
So that was my kind of like introduction to it. And I'm like, thank God I went.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
I'm glad.
Could you imagine if you didn't?
We saw it in a believe me, I'm like,
I feel like that would have been
She would have
crazy.
regret. She would have
I
regretted.
think
it would have been a
been
life of
huge
regret
one.
because
Yeah.
we got to see it on the big screen in the Tadum
Get to
Theater.
hear it
Yeah.
through their
Yeah.
speakers.
It was like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Obviously, the sing along came out later, but like that was such a special event, and also like it was an API event. Like a bunch of my friends were there, which was super nice, you know. But I was like, I was like, this is history right here, you know. But okay,
when
guys.
did you hear about K-pop Demon
I
Hunters?
don't remember when it was, but I feel like somebody or like one of my friends was like, oh guys, you gotta watch this. I was like,
Was it Emma?
no, it was like
Oh.
one of my friends, just like maybe from my sorority or whatever, they mentioned it on their Instagram stories. It's like, oh man, K-pop Demon Hunters, like that sounds really weird.
No, for real.
And for
title,
the
yeah.
longest time, I kid you not, I actually wasn't trying to watch it out of
Really?
spite because I was like, this sounds
The
so.
title?
For some reason, I was like, oh, you guys are hyping this up for no reason. It's like it's probably just like one of those like lame ones because you just really love K-pop and like, what if it's actually not good? And so I was like, I'm not gonna watch this.
Yeah.
And then finally, I think one day I went over to my friend's house and the three of us watched it because I think she watched it at one point. She's like, no, let's just like watch a comfy movie tonight. I was like, sure. And the three of us just watched it. I was like, okay, this is
actually
I
pretty
was
good.
like, this is not what I expected. But I was like, why do I love this so much?
Yes.
And then I think it's because it's one, I didn't look into it at all. So I had no idea what it looked like. I didn't know what the story. I was just kind of like, it was kind of like one of those moments like I'm basing it off the cover, but only the title,
Mm-hmm.
which I think was a bad mistake on my end.
But I did
But
the
a
same
lot of
thing.
people did that. A lot of people did that. You
Yeah.
were not the only ones.
I think it was just like such an unserious title that I was like, this is gonna be really bad.
But now, could you think of any other title?
No, I was like,
that's
you know
the
what?
thing.
I get it. It makes sense, and I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, but I was the same way. That's why when I got the invite to the carpet, I was like, K-pop demon, is this like a kid's movie? Like, I don't know.
I don't know. For some reason, it just felt so unserious and as
Yeah.
a joke. So I
Yeah.
was like, no, I'm not gonna watch this. And I sat down with my two friends, and I was like, I actually kind of love that I'm watching it with two other girlfriends.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I remember watching it and like, we're kind of giggling and like, oh my gosh, like I love that. Like there's a romance, but like not in your face romance.
Mhm.
It's more about friendship. And then like
Mhm.
afterwards, like we even sat down and was like, all right, which of the three are we? And like kind of like comparing each other's personalities and like guessing. And I was like,
Who'd they pick for you?
They
Oh.
picked, oh my gosh, who did they said I was either Rumi or Mira.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I think it's different because I think it's interesting. I do want to hear what you guys say too. Who you think you guys resonate more with and who your friends think you are in the group. Because I feel like sometimes it's very different. Because for me, I think I felt more like Rumi just because I think
I
she's
feel like
just more
this is the
relatable.
Rumi of our group. I feel like you're the mirror of the group. I think I'm the Zoe of our trio for sure.
I can see that.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
like
I see that too.
I personally vibe with Mira a lot, but like the one thing about Zoe is I have. Remember we said
You have Zoe energy.
I do. I have Zoe energy.
But again,
And-
you have a part of every character.
Totally.
Yeah.
And I think that like I think I loved Mira the most because of like her what a loyal friend she was and how her empathy and how she
Yeah.
was able to pick up on Rumi and also like her bluntness. But I do think like I see so much of me and Zoe. Zoe is like so ADHD. She's talking a mile a minute. You know, she's like word vomit. It's like and that is 100% me too. So I definitely feel like in the trio that's kind of like where we land for sure.
I feel like
I
agree
love
with that.
all of them though.
No,
I
yeah.
I usually hate the leader, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I was like,
Oh,
who likes Leonardo?
Leo.
But it's like you're like Leo.
I was like, oh, Leo.
Yeah, but it's like Rumi is awesome.
Yeah.
Yes.
And she's so you feel so much empathy for her.
Yes.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like, and we already talked about how much we love Mira, but it's just like it is
Yeah.
crazy how all of them are really cool. Because am I wrong? Like, I always think about like these like the Power Rangers. Like, come
Yeah.
on, Yellow Ranger, you know, coolest. And
no,
then
the pink one.
yeah, no, exactly. Or people like the Blue Ranger because he's
Mhm,
like
mhm.
geeky,
Yeah,
and I'd be
fine.
like, what? Or like, and I think the Red Ranger and Green Ranger, like, no way, no.
I love that there's
But-
a judgment for each of them, but for these, if you were named as any of them, I would be okay with it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. And like, I love all of them.
Yeah.
So anyway, but yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
what I say for you guys.
that makes sense. But that was basically my experience.
that
Was
does
just
make
watching
sense.
with
Yeah.
friends. I think was like a pretty nice thing. And when I met EJ, that was the first thing I said to her. I was like, watching that with two of my girlfriends was actually really wholesome. And especially like one of my friends is not very like huggy or like one of those people, but she even was just like, that's really cute. And I was like, that's the most we're gonna get out of you, and I love that.
Wow. It made an
Aw.
impact on even her.
Yeah, so it's
That's
just like
great.
stuff like that, which I was like, oh, it's cool. Like we get to finally see like Asian representation, like we were talking about before. But yeah, again, it just went from like, oh, this is just gonna be a joke of a movie because of the title.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like where it is
Yeah.
now, we're just like everybody's a fan. I don't think I've
I'm
met
so
one
happy you
person.
said that though, because I was like, it was the title. I was like, what is this? Is it a kids movie? Like I couldn't.
Yeah,
But then it's like once you watch it, you're like, what else could this be called?
yeah, seriously.
Nothing.
Like,
It literally
it
is
is-
K-pop
the-
Demon
You would
Hunters.
not
name.
think K-pop and then like a Demon Hunter. You're like, what is this gonna be like a musical for Demon Slayer?
I thought what I thought it was gonna be like was like Totally Spies
Oh,
or something like
honestly,
that.
it's kind of
And
like that.
But it's like, and I love Totally Spies.
Yeah.
Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, but it is like so much darker, so
Yeah,
much
for sure.
heavier.
There's more.
You know, and so
to it.
I initially thought it was gonna be like, hey, we're fighting demons, which like
yeah,
they do kind of, but then they're also like,
but in more of an endearing way.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah. So it was like, I don't know, it just totally turned my world upside down.
Yeah.
I'm sure you guys feel the same way. I want to hear how
yeah,
you,
how'd you find?
found it.
The initial contact was through like a press release email from Netflix,
Mhm.
and it said K-pop Demon Hunters. And as a longtime K-pop fan,
This
I
was meant for you.
didn't blink at the title, and I was like, K-pop in.
Yeah.
I don't know what this is in already. I wanted to win whatever it was going to be. And then I read the breakdown of who was involved, and what caught my eye specifically were EJ, Audrey Nuna, and Rayami, because I already
Mhm.
knew of their work.
Mm-hmm.
And then I scrolled down a little bit further on the music producers, and it said Teddy Park of the music,
these.
the Black Label, and I was like, meeting Teddy would be like meeting Blackpink.
Oh my
That man
God.
is responsible for so many hits.
It's
That's
And
cool, yeah.
I was like, yo, the song's gonna be fire, isn't it? I was like, but how much does, you know how like when they put somebody's name on it, but you don't know how much
They're
like it's
actually
gonna
touch
sound
it.
like a Teddy thing.
Mhm.
And then our friends Laura and Tessa, shout out to them because they really helped me get into that
K-pop,
premiere
yeah.
screening.
Oh, the screening.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah. No, girl, I was already in
Oh,
K-pop.
were you?
I brought Tessa into K-pop.
Valid.
Tessa definitely got
She went
Yeah.
into her wallet is empty because of me.
That sounds about right.
They're a whole different level, you guys. Like I'm like I the one
I
thing-
thought I spent money on K-pop.
Yeah.
No.
I like started to listen to K-pop after K-pop Demon Hunter, so like
Yeah.
I wasn't
Really?
into it before. Like I did, like you know Blackpink, you know what I mean, like BTS, Stray Kids, like I can say like the
ATs.
ATs, like the big ones, but it wasn't like I
Twice.
was like Twice definitely,
Mhm.
but it wasn't like I was like. Oh, yeah, like I honestly couldn't tell you many. Like I could hear their song and I'd be like, oh yeah, but like I
Mhm.
couldn't even
Yeah.
tell you the song title.
You couldn't tell when which member was singing
Yeah.
what line.
Yeah, but
Mandy
then
has a superpower.
I'm
That's
all,
crazy.
That's
That
so
is-
and so.
Yeah.
Not for every group, but for a lot of the groups.
Yeah, that's
insane.
That's when you hear enough and you watch enough music videos. But Laura and Tessa were one of the first people that amongst my friends that saw K-pop Demon Hunters.
Okay.
So they're like, how come you're not here? And I was like, I wasn't invited to any of this. And they're like, no, we're gonna make sure you come. So Tessa was gracious enough to give me one of her +1s for the premiere screening. And I was so excited, and she had already watched it, and she's like, I can't wait for your reaction, because she knew I was big. She didn't really know much about K-pop at the time.
Mhm.
The movie is kind of what started her movement into K-pop.
Oh, interesting.
wow.
And then I sent her a very specifically curated videos on TikTok, and I said, I think I can change her FYP.
Oh God.
And then so I sent her the video, and she was like, okay, it was a mild reaction. I was like, let me send her another video. Can be a whole nother episode. And she goes, who is this? I like this. And then she texts me back within an hour. She goes, my entire FYP is this group. And I was like,
Knew
my
it.
job
Which group
is
is it?
done. ATs.
Of
Oh, okay,
course.
okay.
I sent her son from Coachella.
Dude, they're
and it was
like
done.
the backgrounds of their phones.
Felix is
not
there.
like
Oh, I'm
Tessa,
counting down right now
Laura,
today.
and Wendy. They all like, and then Laura has like these little like keychains, and she takes photos with them and stuff.
Oh,
like that.
photo card
She has
holders.
photo cards.
I didn't bring any of the boyfriends today. Sorry.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm like, this is a whole different thing. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm
Yeah.
not even remotely on that level.
I
you
love
know?
that our two experiences with it initially are completely different from yours.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Where
Like,
we're
you-
skeptical, and then you're like, I'm jumping in
Yeah.
immediately.
I saw who it was involved, and I said, in.
The two of us are just like,
But you know what's funny? I think marketing wise, they knew there would be people like Wendy. And
Oh,
so
yeah.
I think that they were like, let's just really get the K-pop people. And then what's crazy was that it brought in a whole different,
Yeah.
us who were like, K-pop's good, but it wasn't like I was chomping at the bit or anything,
yeah. I think I do like that this movie introduced the like younger generation to
Yes.
K-pop,
Mhm.
Yes.
because K-pop was already kind of making a movement here anyways.
Mhm.
Because of like BTS, Blackpink, and all that. But I
Yeah.
feel like now with K-pop Demon Hunters, all the younger generations are like finding that on YouTube because that's in the algorithm, and I think that is a big movement on its own.
Mhm.
And I
Yes.
think I appreciate that more because now that culture is coming over here without us having to like,
Push for
Yeah,
it. Like, let me introduce you to K-pop. Now people are
Yeah.
like, oh, K-pop.
yeah,
Like, I don't get as much of a side eye when I say, oh, I listen to K-pop. They're like, oh, okay, like K-pop Demon Hunters. I
Yeah.
was like, sure.
Mhm. Yeah,
Sure.
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 So wait, so
Let me talk to you about Big
You
Bang
went to the
Oh,
and Wonder
premiere.
Girls.
Wonder Girls, Girls' Generation.
Oh my God.
Say
This is a foreign language
Sorry.
to me.
Sorry.
I'm like, you guys are
Sorry.
gonna have to introduce me to it.
We
Say
will.
less.
This is another segue. There is a song that people say sounds a lot like Golden, and I was obsessed with it. It's these girls and they're all dancing on an
I've-
airplane.
Is
it? It's
I love how you're like, I don't know K-pop, and then start singing.
No, man, it's like that song is so good. Yeah.
Oh
and it's,
my
oh my
God.
god. That's how I'm like getting chills you sing it because I
Yeah.
love that song. It's
Look-
I'm like
Look
I-
what this movie's done to us.
It is. It's like I would have never listened to it. And then people are like, oh, if you like Golden, you might like this song. And then I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then it's like my friends have given me playlists and stuff. So it's like that is really cool that they've like gotten entry to their culture. Like so many people are like consuming it now. So in a good way.
Was there a specific moment as you were watching the movie that kind of made you blink and go, this movie is going to be a hit, whether it's a song or a specific
Takedown.
The
Or no, not takedown.
Literally
What is
the
it?
beginning.
How it's done.
How it's done.
Same.
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
don't think
always
I've
say
ever
that.
seen such a good opening to a movie.
Yeah.
Thank you, Teddy Park,
Yeah.
Black Label,
How it's
and
done
that was
EJ
what,
and
the
Mark and
first
everybody.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
I was just
Before
like,
the title card came
before the
up.
title card, and
Yeah.
I'm just like, this is very impressive.
The song was
for not even knowing what's like you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
because it's K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah.
But
when
the
they're like
animation, the humor,
from
Yes.
era and she's
It's-
like
yeah.
flying down.
Yes.
But I think that's what I do like about Sony animation is that all their movies are very unserious. Like Cloudy with a Chance
Yes.
of Meatballs, like the humor is there, and I think
Yes.
it's funny because it's so dramatic
Mm-hmm.
and it's just so unserious. They make fun of themselves. I think I like
Yeah.
that.
Like, there's
the
so much
animation
comedy in
style
it.
just looks
Yes.
so good,
Yeah.
and it's just the writing.
I
don't
like
know.
how they weren't a stickler for making sure all the characters looked pretty
Yeah.
the whole
Mhm.
time.
Yeah.
Like the girls and the boy bands, like they all made weird faces.
Yeah.
And I love that because
Mm.
as humans, we make those
Yeah.
faces.
That was so anime to me. I didn't know if like, if in Korean
The-
culture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
but it was
good.
like it was very anime to me. And
Yeah.
actually the producers who were sitting next to me, they were like, we told them just make it like Sailor Moon. Just make it like Sailor Moon as much as you can.
It's pretty on point.
And I love Sailor Moon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was and so it was crazy because it was the ridiculous comedic faces
Yeah.
and reactions. It was very much like, Usagi and Mamoru
yeah.
like interacting with each other,
Mhm,
you know?
mhm.
And then like obviously the friendship, and then
Yeah.
their outfits are basically like transformations, you know what I mean?
their
It's like
outfits
there's
are
just
so
so
good.
many. Yeah. So it's like I think that it melded all these different styles too. Like it had like a Western style, it had and obviously like a very like Americanized style, I guess you could say too. But it's God, that movie's just perfect.
I think
Yeah.
there's so many parts that are well thought out because even the fun making fun of basically the K-drama moment where they bump.
Oh my God,
the,
so
the theme
funny.
song being happening.
Yeah.
Do you know where
Like,
that song's from?
Yes, because that's where the drama takes place.
Do you know?
People love that song. By the
No,
way,
because it's from a K-drama.
Yeah.
I don't-
it's
I
from
don't know
Business
what it's from.
Proposal.
Yeah.
Okay.
Who Ahyeon Soap is the male
Really?
lead in Business Proposal. So it's
Oh.
really funny that they use that.
Yeah.
Da, 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 da,
So
da.
that's why I think like little like details
little
that they
nuances.
put into that.
Maggie Kang, the director, really knew
What she was doing.
what she wanted to do with this and to represent her culture, and not just like with the food and the clothes and the language, but also like in media, the
Yeah.
K-pop and the K-dramas, like little moments like that wrist grab
So
that Gino.
funny.
And I was like, every time I tell you, I am so invested in every K-drama I see that when they do romance, it's not overtly sexual
Mhm,
No.
mhm.
at all. And they don't show a lot of skin. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they don't, they can. But it's like I'm invested without seeing any of that because they're telling such a good story.
Yeah.
And so when the lead male grabs the female's wrist, you're always like,
Yeah,
gonna
no,
happen?
it was.
oh my God,
Yeah.
this is the moment of confession. And you're just
Yeah.
in for it. So when they did that, I lost my mind. When the Business Proposal theme song came on, I was like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is so, and then multiple angles
Yeah.
of Rumi falling down with
So
all of her
good.
packets
Yeah.
and him, like, it's exact K-drama.
You know what's funny? I've never seen a K-drama.
I haven't
but
either.
I knew you and I both
But my
knew what was
friend,
happening.
like you kind of got like
you
the
could.
joke.
You were just like
You just knew.
the
Yeah.
fog around him and the slow motion. Like I
the
I
over
was cracking
dramatization of
up.
it. You're
Yeah.
like, oh, this is about
How
Yeah.
his beauty hit her
Yeah.
eye and she was like,
yeah.
so
Yeah.
good. So, it's just
So the beauty
Yeah,
that
the
part
beauty-
where she like that's
The
so
popcorn.
funny.
the popcorn with the
Yeah.
abs.
yeah, so it's just
Oh
like
my
little details like that. I
gosh.
felt like really played well in this.
Yes.
Even if you didn't know, like you knew.
Yeah.
But even like the raw moments, like when they basically like kind of came to realization, like, oh, like we're just like normal people. Like
Yeah.
they're having that conversation with no makeup, which I think is
Mhm.
really good because you're just having a raw moment. So like
Mhm.
small things like that, I felt like were really well thought out.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So it's just like I don't know.
I just can't even believe that like this was made. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it's just like and you know it was a team effort, right?
Yeah.
Like because I've seen like the animation that went into like every scene where they were like physically acting out those scenes to like make sure that the
Yeah.
facial expressions
Yeah.
lined up. Like how much work did that take? And then I'm sure you guys have seen all of the artists posting their work, right?
Yeah.
And sketches. It's like how many people were creating masterpieces
I mean,
like
this
this?
took
Yeah.
them 7 to 9 years,
Yeah.
right? Something like that. It's insane. I think a lot of the times people don't think about how long animation takes
take.
versus like a movie. I mean, all things take long. Anything in the creative like takes long, but animation, it takes long. and it's expensive and it's
It's very
exhausting. It's very expensive.
Yeah.
You
know what's funny? Another thing the producer said, I go, how long is it? Like an hour 30? And then the guy was like, it couldn't be longer than that because it would have cost more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And think about the challenge of that, like how they put a cohesive story, knowing that it had to be under a certain time limit because animation's so expensive.
so hard.
It's so hard.
You have to work really hard to say, this is the narrative we want. This is where we want to get to. How do we get the audience to care about XYZ? So when right before they get here, they're invested and they're rooting for our characters. It's really hard. I don't think there is a formula, but I understand why they do the runtime. I was speaking with another animation director and I was like, I would have liked to see, not in K-pop Demon Hunters, but in animation. I was like, I really would like to have seen more of this character because she was so cool. And he goes, yeah, we ran out of money. And I was like,
oh,
yeah.
Really? Well, we all know the Genu Rumi aquarium scene. We don't really know. Did it hit the
aquarium date?
Yeah. Did we know that? Did it hit the cutting room floor because of
It must
time
have.
or because they didn't want it in the story? Like we'll never know, right?
It also would have just been like, what this extra thing would have
I don't think it was needed.
needed, right?
No. But it would have been cool.
It would have been cute.
I know
I mean,
they
just
also
the animation wise to see an aquarium date, like that would have been so
cute.
cool.
maybe in KDH2 we can get a flashback. Maybe they do go, they revive that scene and they do it as a flashback as Rumi thinks back about Genu.
That'd be
And her-
fun.
That'd be cute.
That'd be
down for that.
cute. I would also like to see, I know they did I don't remember what Maggie called it, but it's kind of a K-pop idol like Olympics where they compete, all the idols compete.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, like a
Olympics.
tournament arc in
Are we talking
anime.
about like a Disney Channel like Olympics game that they did?
They kind of do. They do that. They do that in the K-pop world, and I think Maggie had either storyboarded or like had the idea of like wanting to put
That's so
Oh my god, bring in
the
some
movie,
more villains or
right?
like some
Different
opponents.
K-pop groups
Whoa.
make cameos, animate twice. There's 9 members in
God.
twice, but you can
screwed
animate
up
all
twice.
of them. You know.
They could bring in real
Yeah.
K-pop artists.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
so fun.
They had 2 little cameos in the right before the Idol Award. In the hallway, there was a Twice poster and there was a male poster.
Oh,
Male
that's
was a
so
girl
fun.
group from, it's 5 members from the Black Label, and then Twice, everybody knows Twice from JYP, 9 members, and 3 of them did the song for Takedown.
I can't wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I gotta ask, do we want a sequel or do we want a prequel?
Prequel.
I want a prequel too.
I feel like
I want to know
think the
what
story,
happened.
everybody. I want to know about Ruby's mom.
Yes.
And Dad.
That's a K-drama on its own.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
And Celine, like what happened to make Celine?
My
Yes.
prediction
so
is
hard?
that
Celine found out that Rumi's dad was like a demon, was trying to kill him, but then Rumi's mom got in the way.
and she ended up sacrificing. That's my prediction.
So it's the opposite of like
So I
like
think
the Genu.
I think Celine accidentally killed
That's
Rumi's
great.
mom.
I just got
and
goosebumps.
now she's like, I have to take care of Rumi because like that was her dying wish because I accidentally killed her trying to protect
Yeah.
her
and
love.
now she feels guilty
Yeah.
and responsible.
That's
Yeah.
my
Really being-
prediction of what.
And then
Ooh,
also
but I
imagine how
love-
much hate she'd have for Genu's dad because
Exactly.
of that moment. Because she should have been like, "You
Yeah.
mess this up." Because she, obviously not entirely his fault, but she would be projecting that.
Yeah. That's my what
I
my
wanna-
pitch would be and what I kind of am.
I mean,
I'm not
I want a
hoping, but-
prequel. I want to know all these
Selfishly,
things.
I want both.
Both.
So we
Me
can
too.
have a K-pop Demon Hunters 2 and a K-pop Demon Hunters 3. But I would like to explore a prequel for all the reasons you both said. Plus, I would like to see how this specific iteration of Huntrix was put together.
together.
Like on Rumi, we already know she's kind of like the legend, right? Like
Yeah.
her mom was a hunter before her, so she is. But then Mira, like, how are they chosen as hunters? Is it like Buffy?
I definitely want
Or is
to
it
know
lineage?
how are
Or
they
is it
chosen?
lineage?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to know how they're chosen.
You
too.
know, so I would, and how do you accept and like also
No boy.
this is just the weirdest thing, but like as a K-pop agency, like how does Huntrix have all the money? Like who funds them?
Yeah, and
Who funds
also
the world.
Bobby only takes 3%. In what agency world is that? Do you
Yeah, but
remember
how much
when-
are we talking they're making though?
Yeah, but
I remember
true-
the crowd groaning when they're like, "Oh, this is why I make the 3%." And everybody went, "Oh."
Yeah, yeah, but but literally, agents take like 10 to 20 usually. That's why I
Usually.
was like, in what world is it 3%?
3% from each girl?
Oh.
Maybe, I don't know.
That's not even still enough though.
That's still not enough. Yeah,
It's
I was
very,
like,
for all the work that he had to do.
Yeah.
But I think also like you said, they probably make so much money. He's like,
3%
takes
is
just
a lot.
3%.
Yeah.
I love Bobby. Bobby doesn't get
Bobby,
enough love. He's so
you're the
great.
best.
And Kim Jeong does such a great
Oh my
job.
God,
He's
so
the
good.
perfect. Did you guys see him in Masked Singer? They did like a tribute to, I think it was Golden. Maybe it was one of the K-pop Demon Hunter songs, and he dressed up as Bobby,
Oh,
which is just
cute.
himself, but in a
Yeah,
hunter shirt and,
but
Yeah.
and
so
his
cute.
in his suit,
Super.
and I thought it was adorable.
He also hyped them up for the Macy's Day Parade.
yes,
too.
he did.
Hold on.
That's my girl.
Song ranking.
Oh no.
Okay,
This is so hard.
how many? Okay, let's list all the songs. So we have them:
Golden.
Golden,
We have
Takedown,
Yep.
How It's Done,
Done.
Soda Pop,
Free.
Free,
Your Idol.
Your Idol. Six.
Yeah, let's do that.
Do we want to count Mantra?
Oh God, I love Mantra.
Seven.
We gotta do Mantra. I love Mantra.
Okay, 7
Hunter's
songs.
Mantra is so good. You know, some people include that one, the da 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 song in there too, but
Which one?
the K-drama
the
song.
K-drama.
where he's like,
Oh,
da,
yeah,
da,
but they
da,
didn't.
da,
I mean,
I don't think that was specific.
Yeah,
because
let's-
the groups
let's
didn't
stick with
sing it.
six.
Saja Boys and
Let's
Huntrix
stick with
didn't see it.
six.
So
Okay.
Oh no,
Okay.
this is gonna get.
I
hard.
gotta think.
no,
about
seven,
it.
seven including Mantra.
Okay.
It was 7
Hold
including
on.
Mantra.
So we have.
Let's go
Hunter's-
by order of appearance. So it's How It's Done.
How It's Done.
Oh man.
Then it's Golden.
Mhm.
Yep.
Hunter's Mantra would be the very first one because we technically heard
Mhm.
it first.
Yeah.
I got Hunter's Mantra. 1,
Right?
2, 3, 4.
Did we hear
Six,
that
seven.
first?
The mon-
You hear it at the beginning.
Don't- isn't that when they're
Celine's
explaining?
Yeah, explaining who the
history of
hunters
it,
are. Yeah, okay.
I'm putting mine together right now.
And then isn't there?
I'm gonna look at your list just for the
What's the one
songs.
at the very
Okay.
end? This is
This is what it sounds like.
yeah when they come back
Yes,
together.
this is what it sounds like.
Okay, you guys, this is my list. I already have it.
I love
Okay,
that.
you go-
man.
you go
I love
first.
that we
Okay.
can freaking do this
So,
in order.
Golden was my number one, but I recently moved it down because it is too hard to sing in the shower. I literally
None of
was
them are
burn-
singable.
I was.
What are you
burning-
talking about? I sound great in the car.
Oh my god. Okay, yeah.
None of the Huntrix
But
songs are singable
Golden-
for me.
No,
I'm not a soprano.
Golden is. I am a soprano, and Golden is super. And like, I love singing, right? So like, I would be singing it, and I was like literally burning my vocal cords trying to sing that A5. You know what I mean?
It's
I don't-
hard.
I
And
feel
so-
like
You gotta
rarely
hard-
anybody
Yeah,
can do
and
that
even
one.
like Born to Be is like a super high, like the whole song is very high. Golden's very high. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna blow up my vocal cords if I keep on singing this one. So I love what it sounds like is my number one. And I love what it sounds like. But like I think Golden's a little bit more of an earworm, obviously, like Look It's Taken Over the World. But Golden was my number
We didn't
one.
put
And what
Takedown
it
in
sounds
there.
like
Takedown?
was my I have Takedown in
Okay.
there. But I like swapped them now because I what it sounds like is a little bit easier to sing. Hunter's Mantra is my number 3. I wish we
Whoa.
heard more of it.
Mm.
I love it. It is so beautiful, so relaxing. If there was like a longer version, I would listen to it every day because it would just be like such a great like way to connect
Mhm.
like to my past, I feel like, and to feel like centered. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm not Korean, but it's still got like that Asiatic sound.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Like it makes me feel very like connected to my past. you know?
Yeah.
Which I think like EJ's always singing its praises for that too. So
Yeah.
I put that at number 3. Love Free. I think Free is so underrated. I love Your Idol. So like I feel like Free and Your Idol kind of switch for the number 4 spot. But I really love Free. I think it's
Free
such a
actually is
beautiful
one of my favorite
song.
songs.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
It's in my
Yeah.
top 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't blame you. Like Free's really
I think
good.
I feel like EJ in general has like you could just know she's just so talented, but I felt like Free really like
Mhm.
you're like wow,
Oh my
her
God.
voice is crazy.
The guy singing, what's his name?
The
Andrew
harmony?
Choi?
Yeah,
the
he's
harmony
very
that
good
they
in it
had
too.
in that so good.
Yeah. And then I put How It's Done is great. It's just like those other ones are like How It's Done is a fun song. Like you're with the girls, you're like How It's Done,
Yeah, yeah.
done. But it's like emotion wise, Golden, Hunter's Mantra, Free, what it sounds like.
Mhm.
And Your Idol is a very emotional song.
Yeah.
Like it's also like super hot too. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, How It's
My
Done is a
soul would have been
great-
taken by the demon.
Oh, for sure.
The way I am.
For
The way
When
I
it's-
am.
yeah.
The second I saw them in the trailers and I was like, take down, sorry, Huntrix.
They're so beautiful. I know. And then Takedown is like a good song, but it's definitely like, again, I think just the reasons why Ruby didn't like it. Like, you know that the words are like braided out of like hate, and it's not like it's a fun song, but it's not, definitely not as good as the other ones. Soda Pop. When I heard Soda Pop, I was like, I do not like the song. It is annoying. Sing it all the time. I cannot get it out of my damn
Soda
head.
Pop?
Yes. And I'm like, why do people like this song?
No.
And I'm like, why am I singing it? And so it's like, it is my least favorite song, but it's like in my head all the time.
That's so funny.
But
Wow.
like, yeah, I'm Soda Pop is like my least favorite, but it is still a very good song, and it's in my head all the time. So
Yeah.
that is like solidly my list.
Wow,
Yeah.
nice.
I feel like ours are very
Do you want to go
different.
first, or
Oh man. All
Do you
right.
want to
or
see
do you want me to
the
go?
songs?
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
you don't
go
need to
while
pick my
she's doing
order,
that.
Yeah.
Okay, first song for me is How It's Done. And I told this to
How It's
EJ.
Done's your number one?
It's
Number
my
one.
number one, and I told EJ and Mark this exact thing because
Okay.
it is the song that opens the movie and it set the tone for
Valid.
for especially the audience who didn't know K-pop.
Mhm.
That people have an idea of what K-pop should sound
Should
like
sound
in their head, and they didn't know that the rap verses were gonna come this hard, or the beat
Mhm.
drop, and the way. In every K-pop song, there's at least 2 to 3 songs within the song. Like
Yeah.
the way they switch it up
Mhm.
is so cool, and How It's Done does exactly that. It was very Black Label
It was.
coded,
Mhm.
and I was looking for that Teddy Park touch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
IDO 24, and it was all in there, especially when she flew out of the plane.
Oh my
And she
God.
was
So
like,
I don't think
good.
anybody
yeah,
was
when
ready
you come
for
for the
that.
crown, so humbling her, I was like, wow,
Mhm.
that's Black Label, and that made me hype. And I was like, I don't even care what they say in the rest of this movie. I don't care about the rest of the songs. This is it. And I love it, and I love singing to it.
I do
So
like
how
that
it's
it's
done.
exactly 3 minutes for them to
For
warm
the
up the ramen too.
exactly. So it's
People
very
timed it.
intentional.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It actually takes the 3 minutes.
Uh-huh. To heat up the ramen.
I did not know that until now, and that's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so fun.
The next song, I would say What It Sounds Like. That is a song that makes me sob every
Mhm.
single time I watch this movie. Sometimes when I'm listening to it, just the words really resonate with, I think, so many people, different parts of our lives. The harmonies, the lyrics, the musicality of it all, just really fantastic. After that, I am going to go to Your Idol because
Mm.
I just can't.
Your Idol's
It's
so
too
good.
attractive for me.
Too attractive.
The song and the Saja boys. I know they're animated.
They're so beautiful.
They're beautiful.
Yeah.
They definitely would have had my soul. I'm sorry, Huntrix.
Oh my God.
I think we
But
grew
yeah.
up with boy bands too, like Backstreet Boys and NSYNC.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
we just like
It's
we knew what it was like to like you're like I like that one. No, I like this one. for
Who
this
is your
reason."
bias?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And so it was like it was definitely really nostalgic for me. I know like that exists with K-pop now.
Yes.
But it was like I was like, oh my god, I'm 13 again, and I'm like Kevin Richardson is the hottest Backstreet Boy. Like you know what I mean? Like it was just silly, but I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And Your Idol's so good.
Your Idol is so good. After that, I would say it's Free, Golden, Soda Pop. Oh, I forgot to put Hunter's Mantra in there. I would think I would put that after Free. And then
Okay.
Soda Pop.
Okay.
And then did I say Takedown? Takedown is good. I think it was just a little short.
Takedown is short.
It was-
yeah, I
yeah.
agree with you too.
Yeah.
It's like
But I like it.
fun.
It's very energetic.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fun. It's
and
energetic.
Twice sings it, so that's
Yeah,
really
we
cool
love
to get
that.
to see that. Yeah. Okay, Tiffany,
Oh,
you
God.
go.
All right. I had to literally like do this twice. All right. So first one, I think I'm gonna do How It's Done.
How
Yeah.
it's done.
But for
Oh
the
my
same,
god, you guys both picked
for
How
the
It's
same
Done,
reason,
yeah.
when he was saying it's just like
Yeah.
it really set the tone, and I think
Mhm.
it's what surprised me about the movie because I was like, all right, I get it.
Yeah.
And I felt like it showcased the personalities very quickly,
Yes.
Mhm.
and I think that was really nice because it felt
Very
I
true.
felt like the song itself did a lot more storytelling than I was expecting.
100%. That's a very good point. Yeah.
Free because I'm a sucker for a duet.
Free's so good.
It's
I
excellent.
just love that song. That's the one song I sing the most, I think. in the
It's
car.
so emotional too.
Yeah.
One
Mhm.
time, my boyfriend, I was like, "This song reminds me of you," and I was
No.
like, "Free."
How many people are gonna put this in their wedding playlist now?
I would.
I would.
Yeah.
I would.
Say
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. It's so great. It's perfect.
What it sounds like is 3 for me.
So good.
Golden is next. Takedown,
Mhm.
the mantra, and then honestly, the Soda Pop and Your Idol are bottom 2 for me.
Whoa.
Your
okay.
idol's that low?
That's
You know what's
okay.
crazy? Your Idol, I don't even listen to at all.
Hurts my soul.
Is that weird?
Oh, it's so good. I'm
I don't
actually
know.
very
I
shocked by that.
heard it.
I
I heard
know.
it once in the movie, and that was it.
Oh.
But like literally, I kid you not. On Spotify and all
It's
stuff,
so
it's not in your
sexy.
head.
It
I'm
is.
sorry, that song is sexy.
It is,
as
but
fuck.
first, it's literally not in my Spotify playlist.
that means she's marked safe from the demons.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I'm like, yeah, you're like,
We, on the
the
other
Saja
hand,
boys are like trying to get you. You're like, nah.
I mean,
like,
no.
denied.
If a demon starts singing "Free to Me," then it's
When
over.
dude, I were in the front row.
Gina would have been like,
Yeah,
I
Gina
got
would
this.
have my heart.
Yeah,
so
that's
you
true.
know we're all screwed.
Oh my god, favorite Saja boy.
Oh no,
Ginu.
Baby.
Ginu. Oh,
Goo Goo
okay.
Gaga.
Oh my baby.
But honestly,
Babies?
Abby's hilarious. hilarious.
Abby's good too.
Baby might be my next. He would be probably my bias
so
record.
Baby I only like because of the Goo Goo Gaga moment.
So I went to a convention and it was like crazy. They were like all dressed. Could you give me a napkin too? I ate one of the little footballs, and I was like, oh my god, I can't use my hands. I went to a convention and it was like a bunch of people were dressed up as the Soulja Boys, and they were like so defendant of the Soulja Boy that they were dressed. Yeah, like they were just like, they're the best piece of this, and it was like, you know, they're like 20 years old or something. They're really young, but I was just like, oh my god, like I forgot like how wild we got about like NSYNC and Backstreet Boys and stuff like that. But it was like they were so like, I think I like confused Baby and Mystery at one point, and like the girl was like, how dare you confuse them? I was like, I'm sorry, dude.
Wow.
You know what I'm talking about?
Like about the demons getting to you.
Yeah, because like Mystery and Baby have
Don't
like,
take her down.
one has like purple and one has blue. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so I was like, I'm so sorry. Like literally was like deeply offended. I was like, oh my gosh, you know. But it's like again, they're young, whatever. I'm like, gosh, I don't know. I do think I'm kind of leaning towards Abby because he was like so funny and snarky.
funny.
But Genu is like such a geek. Like he's just such a dork. Like he's trying to play it like he's so cool and badass, but then like when he's running and he slips and like the awkwardness like on the bridge and stuff, or what was like the park or whatever. Yeah. I was just like, he's such a dork. You know what I mean? Like, and it's
when
so
Rumi popped up and he was like,
he's so, I don't know. I thought he was like, and obviously he gets the most camera time, right?
Yes.
Like it's like, and I think that's one thing, you know, I would low key, I guess we could incorporate the Soulja Boys possibly into a prequel or a sequel, you know, but like, I want to see more of the Soulja Boys, you know, like I think again, animation, it's tough to give a lot of time to that, you know, when you're like trying to create a love story here and a story of finding yourself. But it was like, I just think everybody wanted more Soulja Boys.
like was Rumi's dad also a part of a demon boy group?
Yeah. I just like so many questions about the dad.
I know.
I low-key was wondering, like, could Guima possibly be the dad?
No, I don't think so.
That'd be crazy.
I think Guima could be the
don't
grandfather.
know. Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I think Guima,
because it lines up with like if you want to look at like the Chibo trope within K-drama, right? Like Kuima is like the ruling,
right? And
then the son would have been the next to take over, but then he fell in love with the hunter member.
Are we writing the prequel?
Maggie, call us. We have ideas. Michelle, call us. We have ideas.
I would love to know the other Soulja Boys backstories, like how they became demons too.
Valid.
There's a theory about in Dr. Han's office about those photos.
Oh yeah,
one of them they're thinking that because he's in a photo with a 4-member boy group, and people are speculating. And again, that's just fan speculation. This is nothing from the directors at all. Okay,
I was like, I need to rewatch.
But they think that the 4 could be the before life of before they became demons.
Oh,
yeah, like something happened to them in real life, and now they're demons. Like, did they sell their soul to be famous and then got in an accident? Like, we'll never know.
Yep. Let me see if I can pull up the image.
So
this one right here.
Oh my gosh.
So they're thinking like Baby, Abby, maybe Mystery because he's got his eyes closed, and romance. No, this one's romance.
Okay.
So this one, Abby, Baby, Mystery. Why am I missing one?
Romance. That's right. And then Genu
is missing.
Yeah.
That's so
and Genu will be like a standalone, right? Because his path is different than the other. But that's the speculation.
This is crazy.
Right? All the fan
I
theories.
want all of this. I know. I'm like, I want to see all of these movies. I wish that they could all be made. Low-key, a TV show.
A TV series would be great.
I would love a TV series. I know that would be so expensive, but I think we would all devour it. You know what I mean?
For sure.
If they do a short series of Derpy and Sussy's adventures.
Oh my god.
I would watch that.
I would watch that in a heartbeat.
Netflix, you're welcome if you use my idea.
Sussy take the hat from Derpy. When Genu's like, I gave it to the cat, but the bird keeps taking
it. Yes.
Dude, we didn't even talk about Derpy or Sussy at all. They're like literally such a huge
what were your
scene
It's
killed me.
so cute. I just
Yeah.
want to reach in the screen and be like, pick it up, baby. It's
Or
okay.
no, when
Do you remember
Derpy's
the
in the
first
room.
time? Oh, sorry, what?
When Derpy's in the room, when Mira comes in and
The trash can?
Yeah.
and I was like, oh no.
Yeah. I'm just thinking, I remember the first time I watched that scene, and I don't know how you all were reacting, but I was like,
I was
what
creeped
is
out.
going on? Yeah, I was like, what is...
No, the
But it
bug
was
eyes
so-
coming out of the tree, I was like, I'm uncomfortable.
But even with the pot, I was like, is he okay?
Is he-
and he just got, and then finally you just started laughing,
Yeah,
right?
you're
Because
like,
you're like,
now I get it.
what is
Even Rumi's like, she's like,
happening?
it's okay. I got this.
Yeah.
And then the cat just like, thank you.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That's the whole movie is absolutely
Even the
brilliant.
side characters, all the side
The side
characters are so
characters.
great.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, even the Saja boys and the Huntrix doing the signing,
Mm-hmm.
that interaction was hilarious. When, what was it, Mystery was the one that barked or something?
Mm-hmm.
Died.
Mm-hmm.
So fun. That signing.
That's such a boy.
Yeah. That whole signing scene was really,
It
really
was
funny
so-
too.
so
I
Fan
love
signs
when-
are hilarious.
And I mean that when like the little girl gives Genu the little no and is like,
That
You
was
have
cute.
a beautiful
You have a
soul.
beautiful
soul.
Ugh.
Died.
You know what I actually think made that movie for me? Someone said, you asked, when was, you were like,
The
this
moment.
movie is really effing good. And we talked about how great the beginning is. Like we've talked about that at length. When it revealed that Genu abandoned his sister and mom, I was like, that was when I
When it
was
got
like,
real dark.
It got
this went from being like, oh, we're farm robbing kids to like, no, this is a movie about deep-seated shame. This is a movie about someone
Yes.
making
Yeah.
a really terrible decision and feeling like there is
Stuck with
absolutely
regret.
no way to
Mm.
ever be redeemed.
Yeah.
And like they took it to a different level of darkness. Like
Yeah.
it was kind of like, oh, fun movie. And then I was like, oh my God, this guy abandoned
Yeah.
his like baby little sister and his mom.
Mhm.
And it takes like real emotional maturity to understand that like Genu was grew up in a time where he was probably like gonna die. Like he
Yeah.
was literally on the streets. They were not going to live. And he saw like the only way to survive. And like, is it reprehensible? Is it terrible? Yes. But the thing is like, we're all human beings and we're also like, we're not old, but we're older, right? And so we understand that like shit happens and we're fucking human and you get
Yeah.
put into fucking situations. Sorry, I've said the F word a lot and I don't know how PG we want to keep this, but it's like you get put into situations where like you kind of just get cornered like that. And I'm by no means saying it is okay what he did, but it was the fact that Rumi was like, you changed.
Yeah.
Like you're okay now. Like you've done the work. You're like communicating with me. You're being vulnerable.
Yes.
Like you can heal. Like, and then he's still like so hearing the negative thoughts from Guima and is still so tortured by his past that he turns his back on her. And I was like, oh, this story is a whole different level.
Right.
Like that was actually the moment for me where I was like, this movie's next level. Like I
Yeah.
think it was all fun. It would have been a great little like,
Yeah.
I would have been like 9 out of 10, 9 out of 10. So fun.
This took it over for you?
It was 10 out of 10 after they
100%.
had that
Wow.
that scene for me.
I also
Yeah.
love the twist for Rumi being a demon. Part demon.
Oh yeah.
That was great when she unzipped and I was like,
I was like, wait, what? I was like, did I miss something?
Oh yeah, and golden no less,
Yeah.
right? Because we're all like, we're happy,
Yeah,
we're
we're like, oh,
embracing
we're
our
here.
true selves, and she's like, I'm not embracing any of this, and we're like,
What just happened?
she's like, I'm hiding and I've been lying to my two best friends this entire time. And the whole world.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good one too.
Jeez. Did
Tiffany,
you?
can you live up to that? Pick. Yeah, I was like, no. What's your
You know,
moment?
I'm
After we
still-
showed
took it.
you.
Let me just
leave real quick.
Yeah. What
gonna
about
walk
you,
outside.
Tiffany? Yes.
I got nothing.
No.
No.
I don't know. I have no idea. But do you know, like, I think fans were saying that in the beginning when they did like the mantra and they explaining the Huntrix
Mhm.
history, I think the little girl in the beginning was actually Genu's sister that was saved.
Some
Heard
people have
that.
said that too.
And
I
I'm
heard
like,
that.
I'm like wondering, like, that'd be crazy.
I know. The whole time that he thought
That
they-
like
baby
he
died
basically,
because of
yeah.
him, but
Do you
they're
think that would have
actually-
changed the
if
story?
Huntrix saved them.
Yeah.
that just gave me chills. I did hear that theory.
He would be feeling guilt.
I just
in
feel like
wherever he
that's
is
the
now.
story would have been so different if he like realized like
Mhm.
if she was potentially saved. But
Yeah.
again, fan theory. Who knows?
Yeah. One other thing about the Hunter's mantra too. I remember I said I was crying like so early on. Seeing all of these Asian faces through history, like seeing like that like ancient, like older culture, and then it was like going
Yeah.
into like the 40s, and then I think the 60s,
Yeah.
and then it was like 80s, 90s, or 2000s ish. And then seeing like I felt so seen.
Yeah.
Because like we
Mhm.
were, I don't know about y'all, but like I didn't really feel like I don't remember seeing many movies with Asian faces, like older than the 80s. And frankly, like,
Yeah.
this is like kind of hard to even say out loud. Like I remember watching, was it like 16 Candles or something? And they had like this Asian guy in it, and he's totally like a
Gosh, I
meme
don't
and
remember.
joke.
I was like trying to think.
Yeah, it's like extremely
don't
racist,
remember.
and like
Oh,
they're like
jeez.
really, really mean to him, and he's just like playing into all these like stereotypes. And that was like, you know, like that was what I saw.
Yeah.
You know, like it was like
butt
oftentimes
of the joke.
yeah.
Yeah.
And so like I don't know, like it was to see them being like entertainers and protectors in like all these different eras, like that. You talking about just like how strong the opening was, like
Yeah.
it opened up with that, and I was just like, oh wow, I feel so seen just even from Hunter's mantra, you know,
For
so.
sure.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, needless to say, all three of us collectively love this movie. As you can
Yeah.
hear, we basically
We're okay on it.
Yeah.
No,
I mean, it's fine.
yeah, it's fine.
It's an okay
You
movie.
know, we
Ten
love
out of
it.
10.
We love it. We love everybody is loving it. You know, globally.
Yeah.
The merch is everywhere. The songs are everywhere. And we
By the
love
way,
it.
you have the
Yes.
most iconic Huntrix poster.
Yes.
This is talking about Sailor Moon vibes. Like this,
I
whoever
don't know,
this
I don't know if
artist
the camera
is,
can see it.
It's
but
over
I
here.
think it can.
I'll just move.
it's awesome.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
Oh, I just saw Genu in the moon. That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
oh my gosh.
There's a lot of
That's
details.
Fantastic. We
But
love that.
I'll shout out the artists in the comments,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
in the description at
Yeah,
least.
yeah,
But yeah, she does basically anime, TV shows, and even like Sabrina Carpenter and all this stuff. But
Oh.
90s anime themes.
Yeah.
So like even this like
Ooh.
One Piece one is also her.
Wow.
Yeah, the One Piece one's really
yeah, I
great,
can see the
too.
style.
It's
That's
pretty-
great.
oh my
No,
god,
I-
we got to talk about
Love
One Piece
it.
live action soon.
Love
Say less.
it. Upcoming soon in an episode.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Probably.
I'm down.
Probably.
Yes.
Well, you guys,
Yay.
I think this brings us to the end of this episode, showing our love for K-pop Demon Hunters. Let us know your thoughts on the movie, your favorite song, your song picks, whatever it may be. Put in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next time at the Dim Sum Club.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye.